At what point is backpacking supposed to start getting easier? Because I've been on enough trips now. I've watched all the YouTubers. I've followed all the advice. I bought all the wrong gear. I've spent a ton of money fixing that mistake. So by now you would think I know what I'm doing. If you're a few trips in, then you're probably feeling the same. You're more prepared, you're more experienced, you make fewer mistakes, and somehow it still feels hard. And not the dramatic kind of hard, like the quiet kind. The kind that makes you wonder if everybody else is getting by unscathed, then where am I going wrong? Like, hold up. That's not the right question.
Boss of the men with Big Sean. Ladies and gentlemen.
Asking when does backpacking actually get easier assumes that it does. And that's the idea that actually never gets challenged. We're taught to believe that difficulty is just like a phase, an entry level phase, like the rookie stage. It's something you just push through, something that experience will eventually just eliminate from the process. But backpacking doesn't work like most skills. With most things, repetition smooths the edges. So you get faster, you get more efficient, you get comfortable. But backpacking does something different. The more you do it, the more aware you become of what it's actually asking of you. And that awareness doesn't make it feel easier. It makes it feel clearer, like you understand. It means you just stop being surprised by the hard parts. You know the climb is going to hurt and you stop pretending it won't. You know the weather might turn and you just pack for it without resentment. And you know that sleep might suck and you don't spiral when it does. Somewhere along the way you realize this. If you're still waiting for backpacking to get easier, you might just be chasing the wrong thing, because easier isn't what experience gives you. Experience just gives you accuracy, gives you honesty and truth. You just stop lying to yourself about what the trail owes you. You stop expecting comfort as a reward. And you stop measuring success by how painless it was. Nothing changed about the trail, nothing got softer. You just stopped arguing with reality. And that's when backpacking starts to feel different. Not easier, just like more honest. For me, it clicked on a recent trip, and it wasn't even that memorable. Like, nothing went wrong other than a small blister the previous day, but nothing dramatic happened. I just woke up tired, packed up slower than I really wanted to. I looked at the miles ahead and realized I wasn't fazed by it. Not because it felt good, but because it was expected. I knew the day would hurt a little. I knew I would be uncomfortable. I knew I would question why I was out there. And instead of fighting that feeling or wishing it away, I just kept walking. And that was the first time that backpacking stopped feeling like a problem that I was trying to solve. I feel like that's where most of us get tripped up, because we expect backpacking to just get easier the same way that everything else does. The jobs get easier, workouts get easier, skills that are learned get easier. We're taught that effort earns comfort. So when backpacking stays uncomfortable, then we just assume that something is wrong. But getting better at backpacking doesn't remove what makes it hard. It doesn't care how prepared you are. It doesn't care how much money you spent. It doesn't care how many miles you vlogged. It just keeps asking the same thing. Can you carry this and keep moving anyway? There's one thing that people tell beginners all the time that sounds encouraging, but quietly sets them up to fail. Just get through the first few trips. It gets easier after that. What they really mean is you'll stop being surprised by how hard it is. But that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing, because the discomfort doesn't go away. The miles don't magically just feel shorter. Bad nights don't disappear. You're just better prepared. What changes is your relationship to it. And if no one explains that difference, a lot of people just assume that they're just doing it wrong. They think, I must need better gear, or I must not be cut out for this. Everyone else seems fine. Why am I struggling? When in reality, nothing's broken. You were just promised the wrong reward. And this is the part people don't want to hear. Buying the newest ultralight gear isn't going to make things easier. Hiking thousands of miles isn't going to make this easier. Chasing bigger trips isn't going to make this easier either. As a matter of fact, it's going the opposite way. Those things might change the scenery. They might change the setup and your gear. They might change how confident you look on paper. But they don't change what backpacking is asking of you. Because this was never about making it easier. The real question isn't when does backpacking get easier? It's when do I get deliberate enough, comfortable enough, competent enough to stop negotiating with difficulty and just go anyways. The trails are the same for all of us. What changes is who is willing to go out there and meet them honestly. And once you stop chasing easier and start accepting that trade, that's when something shifts. Not on the trail, in you. Stay feral. Stay feral.
Transfer of data complete.
Stay feral.